Today, we're diving into a story that might surprise you like never before. Melody has finally dropped a bombshell that has left everyone stunned, especially Martel. For months, there have been hidden tensions and unspoken truths between them, and now everything is coming to light. This isn't just any regular update. What Melody revealed could completely change how you see both of them. Her statement has shocked friends, followers, and most importantly, Martel himself. This story goes beyond personal drama. It's about secrets that were carefully kept in the shadows. So if you're ready, let's get into the details and find out what truth Melody has finally decided to share with the world, one that no one saw coming. To truly understand the impact of Melody's bombshell, we need to look back at the history between her and Martel. They weren't always at odds. In fact, they used to be close, whether as collaborators, friends, or even trusted partners in their work. Over time, things started to change. Small disagreements turned into misunderstandings, and those misunderstandings eventually led to a bigger fallout. Maybe there was a project that didn't go as planned, or promises that were broken. Whatever the reason, tension slowly built up between them. People around them began to notice the distance, rumors started spreading, and their followers could sense something was wrong. This background is important because it sets the stage for why Melody's recent revelation is so powerful. It's not just about a single moment. It's the result of a long history of unspoken issues and hidden feelings that finally exploded into the open. Before Melody finally spoke up, there was a long period of silence that left everyone wondering what was really going on. For months, she didn't say much publicly, even though fans and followers noticed the tension between her and Martel. It felt like she was holding something back, maybe out of fear, loyalty, or simply because she wasn't ready to reveal the full truth. During this time, there were subtle hints that something big was coming. Some people caught cryptic posts on Melody's social media, vague comments during interviews, or small leaks in conversations that suggested she was preparing to say something important. You could almost feel her frustration building up, like she was waiting for the right moment to speak her mind. This wasn't just about drama. It was about Melody gathering the courage to finally be honest, even if it meant shaking things up. The build-up made it clear that this bombshell wasn't sudden. It was the result of a long, slow process where Melody weighed the risks and decided it was time to drop the truth. And that moment, when she finally spoke, changed everything. For a long time, Melody stayed quiet about the growing tension with Martel, which made many people curious and even a little worried. Her silence wasn't just about avoiding drama. It seemed like she was carefully thinking through what to say, how much to reveal, and when the right moment would come. Behind the scenes, she was dealing with a lot, conflicting emotions like disappointment, frustration, and maybe even betrayal. It's not easy to speak out against someone you were once close to, especially when others around you might not want the truth to come out. Over those months, there were many small signs that something was brewing beneath the surface. Fans noticed that Melody's posts became more serious, sometimes cryptic, almost like she was dropping clues but not the full story. Interviews and live sessions had moments where she hinted at being hurt or let down, but she stopped short of saying exactly what happened. Rumors began to swirl, with some people guessing that there was a big secret she was hiding, one that could change everything between her and Martel. All this tension created a heavy atmosphere, where everyone was waiting for Melody to finally break her silence. You could feel the pressure on her as she balanced the risks of speaking up against the need to set the record straight. She knew that revealing the truth wouldn't just affect her and Martel. It could impact their fans, their reputations, and even the people connected to them. That's why the buildup wasn't sudden or impulsive. It was a careful, slow decision. Melody was gathering strength, timing her move perfectly. And when the day came, her words hit like a storm, because they were not just accusations or complaints. They were the release of years of hidden truth. This moment marked a turning point, one that no one saw coming but everyone could feel was inevitable. After all the waiting and build-up, Melody finally dropped the bombshell that shocked everyone. She revealed a truth about Martel that no one had heard before, something that changed the entire story between them. According to Melody, Martel had been hiding a secret agenda behind their relationship, one that affected not just her, but many others involved. She explained how Martel's actions went beyond simple misunderstandings or disagreements. There was a clear pattern of betrayal and manipulation that had been carefully covered up. Melody shared specific examples to back up her claim, pointing out moments where Martel misled her or used situations to his advantage. She talked about how promises were broken, how trust was betrayed, and how Martel's real motives were different from the public image he presented. This wasn't just a personal attack. It was a revealing look into Martel's character and the impact his actions had on those around him. The way Melody told her story was honest and calm, not exaggerated or emotional for show. This made her words even more powerful because it felt like she was speaking from experience, not just anger. Her revelation changed the way people saw Martel. It was clear that things were not as simple as they seemed on the surface. This bombshell didn't just expose Martel's actions, it forced everyone to rethink the whole situation and what they believed about both of them. As soon as Melody's bombshell was out, the reactions were swift and intense. Martel himself responded, but not in the way many expected. At first, there was denial. He quickly dismissed Melody's claims as misunderstandings or exaggerations. His public statements were calm but firm, trying to protect his image and control the narrative. Behind the scenes, though, the situation was far from calm. Close friends and insiders revealed that Martel was upset and trying to figure out how to respond without making things worse. On social media, fans and followers were divided. Some stood firmly behind Melody, praising her courage to speak out after so long. They felt she had been brave enough to reveal the truth, even if it meant risking backlash. Others defended Martel, saying they didn't believe the accusations and thought there was more to the story that hadn't been shared yet. This split created a wave of debates and discussions across different platforms, with people picking sides and sharing their own opinions. The fallout wasn't limited to just Martel and Melody's immediate circle. Colleagues, mutual friends, and industry insiders began to react cautiously. Some expressed surprise, admitting they hadn't known the full details. Others chose to stay silent, waiting to see how things would unfold. What became clear was that Melody's revelation had sparked a chain reaction, putting pressure on everyone involved to take a stand or face questions. Despite all the chaos, Melody remained steady, explaining that her goal wasn't to create drama but to bring the truth to light. Her calm and clear approach helped many see her in a new light, as someone who wanted honesty and fairness rather than conflict. The immediate reaction showed just how much this bombshell had shaken the foundation of their relationship and the community around them. Melody's revelation didn't just affect her and Martel, it sent shockwaves through their entire community. Fans, friends, and even people in their industry began to rethink everything they thought they knew about the two. For many followers, this bombshell was a wake-up call. People started questioning not only Martel's actions, but also the culture of silence and loyalty that had allowed such things to stay hidden for so long. Supporters of Melody saw this as a turning point, a moment where someone finally stood up against dishonesty and unfairness. They felt inspired by her bravery and appreciated her honesty, even if the truth was difficult to hear. On the other hand, Martel's loyal fans felt confused and betrayed, struggling to accept the new side of the story. This divide created a lot of discussions online, where people debated the details and shared their own experiences or opinions about loyalty, trust, and accountability. Beyond the fanbase, industry insiders also began to take notice. Some expressed support for Melody's courage, while others worried about the potential damage to both their careers. The bombshell raised important questions about trust and transparency in their professional circles. It also encouraged others who might have been holding back their own stories to consider speaking up. The wider impact was clear. This wasn't just a personal matter anymore. It had become a conversation about honesty, trust, and the consequences of keeping secrets. Melody's revelation forced many to look deeper at the relationships and dynamics within their community, making it clear that things could no longer stay the same. This moment marked a shift, not just for Melody and Martel, but for everyone connected to their story. To sum it all up, Melody's bombshell has completely changed the story we thought we knew about her and Martel. What started as a private conflict has now become a public revelation with serious consequences. This truth has not only affected their personal relationship, but has also sent